Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have the county clashing with the fire union. Parents sue after their teen is ejected from a golf cart. Is a proposed recycling facility in St. Johns County worth it? And Habitat for Humanity St. John's is seeking volunteers for the Women Build event. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's been a St. Augustine tradition built on trust, family values, and doing things the right way. For 75 years, generations of drivers have relied on Bozard for quality vehicles and honest service. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying truly effortless. That's the Bozard difference. Their award-winning, state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the prestigious Triple Crown Award and President's Award, Bozard Ford Lincoln delivers hometown service with national-level excellence. You'll find friendly faces, great pricing, and a better buying experience just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy House, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. You can download the app from the Apple App Store and check out the merch shop in the App Store. It is awesome. All right. Good morning, Blake. How you doing?
Hey, happy Wednesday. It's hump day.
It is hump day, and it's your dad's travel day, so he'll be back soon.
He's actually already in Miami, so
Oh, yeah?
I believe he's at a hotel right now, so
Nice.
but so he'll be driving back up, should be home by 2 today.
All right. So is he going to be on Bollocks tonight?
Yes, he will.
All right. So we'll see him back tomorrow morning.
Yep.
So for your last unassisted question of the day, do you have a question of the day for us?
Ooh, question of the day. Question of the day is, what is your go-to type of juice?
Go-to type of juice. For the longest time, it was apple juice. I was not an orange juice girl until I was an adult and was introduced to mimosas. I was like, okay, orange juice isn't that bad. Yeah, it was apple juice. And so I was the sole person in the house that would drink the apple juice and everybody else would drink orange juice. But I haven't had apple juice in forever now. So I think I've fully switched to orange juice.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, so mine's like a mixed bag. If you count lemonade as a juice, then lemonade. But there's
I don't
way.
know if you can count it as a juice since you add sugar to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that. So I'll probably say number 2 is probably orange juice. Number 1's then probably gonna be orange juice. Then number 2 is gonna be apple juice.
All right, honorable mention to lemonade.
Honorable mention to lemonade. If anyone in the comments counts lemonade, I'm fine with that.
I don't know. I feel like juice is you just juice it and it's just there. Lemonade, it's lemon juice, water, and sugar if it's made fresh. So I would say that's extra ingredients and it doesn't count. It's juice.
All right.
I just recently heard that frozen concentrated orange juice is going to be discontinued. Like juice concentrates are getting discontinued. And those were a staple of my childhood. Did you ever have like the little tubes of concentrated juice when you were a kid?
I think I did have those. It was like,
We had like the Tupperware container that was the one that you would make with the frozen concentrated orange juice. And we had the Tupperware container that was the one that was for apple juice. And never the twain should meet. You're not allowed to mix them up. And so I remember one of the first things that I learned how to make in my childhood was to convert the concentrated juice into regular full octane juice. And so, yeah, that is like a core childhood memory. And it kind of bums me out that they're discontinuing them. There's some really good recipes that you can, like Orange Julius, and there's some pies you can make with the concentrated juice that I don't know what people are going to do now. I don't know. All right, now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
It's cold right now, but it will warm up.
That quick check the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's hidden gems, Bin 39, located inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street. With over 95 boutique wines, including 50 rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker, Bin 39 is the perfect date night or unwinding after work. Enjoy wines by the glass or the bottle in a peaceful courtyard setting with live music adding to the atmosphere. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, how about Irving's having Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
One camera today, but the camera reflects most of the traffic today. It looks fine out there on the roads.
All right, that's right by 16 in the outlet.
Yep, that's the outdoor outlet malls to the left.
All right, well, drive safe, everybody.
Yep.
That Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and explore over 500 years of St. Augustine history in the most fun and flexible way possible. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and more than 100 points of interest, including the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Potter's Wax Museum. Enjoy open-air views all day, hop-on, hop-off access, plus free parking at the old jail and welcome centers with your ticket. When the sun goes down, experience the city's spooky side with the Ghosts and Gravestones tour. Locals ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. Moving into the news, we've got St. Johns County Firefighters Union declares impasse with the county. The St. Johns County Professional Firefighter and Paramedics IAFF Local 3865 has formally declared an impasse in contract negotiations with St. Johns County. Under Florida law, the move triggers the appointment of a special magistrate who will review the unresolved proposals and issue a non-binding recommendation to the St. Johns County Board of County Commissioners. Final decisions will be made by the commission following that recommendation and a public hearing. According to the county, the impasse centers on scheduling, pay, and staffing levels. Only those three things. Seems like those are probably the majority of the negotiating points. Right now, county firefighters work on a 1 day on, 2 days off schedule. The union is proposing a shift to a 1 day on, 3 days off schedule, citing concerns about firefighter fatigue and state recommended safe working hours. To support that change, the union is asking for a 33% increase in hourly pay and approximately a 33% increase in staffing, or at least 125 additional firefighters over 2 years. County officials say they have countered with an 18 to 20% pay increase spread over 3 years. In a statement, the county said that while reducing fatigue is important, leaders must determine whether the proposed changes would improve service levels for residents. Fire Chief Sean McGee emphasized that rapid expansion could impact standards, experience levels, and operational readiness. County Administrator Joy Andrews says the county values its firefighters, but must balance investment with fiscal responsibility to taxpayers. Union leaders, however, say the county's public statements do not reflect the current offer on the bargaining table. Union Communications Officer Nathan Edwards said both sides are scheduled to meet again on February 13th at the County Administration Building with hopes of reaching an agreement and ending the impasse process. Union President David Stevens said the goal is to secure a contract that protects firefighters' health and safety while ensuring tax dollars are spent wisely. He added that the union is prepared to continue negotiations in good faith. The county also highlighted recent investments in fire rescue, including 4 new fire stations, a regional training facility, 18 additional firefighter positions to reduce overtime, upgraded protective gear, expanded mental health counseling, and a full-time health and safety coordinator. County officials say fire rescue services continue operating without interruptions as negotiations move forward. The matter will now proceed through the special magistrate process before returning to the county commission for final action. All right. Our firefighters are vitally important, and I want them to be safe and healthy and well supported. I do understand the need to balance concerns with fiscal responsibility. Do you have any thoughts or additional information, Blake?
Yeah, I definitely do think like these negotiations need to wrap up quick. We don't want our best firefighters in the county to go on strike.
Yeah.
So and to have like replacement firefighters taking control over like dangerous house fires and all that. We've seen like replacement refs in the NFL before, and it was the worst. It was like the worst 2 weeks to start the season. It's one thing to have replacement referees. It's definitely another thing to have replacement firefighters. We would definitely hope for the best for quick negotiations there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's pretty good process to once you get to a point where you're at an impasse to have an impartial third party come
Mm-hmm.
in and listen to both sides and be able to issue perhaps a path to move forward in
Mm.
negotiations. So hopefully that process plays out well and both sides feel listened to and heard and their considerations are balanced and they're able to find a path forward on negotiations. We need to avoid a strike.
Yeah.
All right, St. John's parents sue after 15-year-old violently ejected from a golf cart carrying 5 teens. The parents of a teenage girl have filed a lawsuit after their daughter was seriously injured in a golf cart crash involving 5 minors in St. Johns County. According to court filings, the incident happened on May 31st, 2024. The lawsuit names a then 13-year-old boy who was driving the golf cart along with his parent who owned the vehicle. The suit alleges the teen driver was under the legal age to operate a golf cart and suddenly accelerated, causing the then 15-year-old girl to be violently thrown onto the roadway. Attorneys for the family say she suffered permanent injuries, including ongoing physical pain, disability, and emotional distress. The driver's parent is also named in the lawsuit for negligent supervision. The plaintiffs argue the adult failed to prevent unsafe behavior that put other minors at risk. The case comes amid increased scrutiny of golf cart safety in St. Johns County. In January 2024, county leaders passed stricter rules banning anyone under 15 from operating a golf cart on county roads or multi-use paths without a valid learner's permit or driver's license. At the time, Sheriff Rob Hardwick said the ordinance followed a spike in serious crashes involving underage drivers. The lawsuit also comes months after a separate fatal golf cart incident in Nocatee, where a woman died after falling from a golf cart driven by her husband, who was later cited for driving while impaired. That case remains ongoing. The current civil case will now move forward through the court system. This is, a tragic incident. I'm so sorry that this girl fell off and she was injured. This is a civil suit, it was said.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there were any criminal charges filed in this case?
I have not seen any criminal charges against this. I haven't seen anything on the Citizen or any of the news site about this story.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope the system works through appropriately and just resolution to this case. I'm sorry for the 15-year-old girl who was injured and her family. I'm sorry for the 13-year-old boy and his family. I'm sure they're going through a lot as well. My daughter was at a pool party a couple years back, and the family had a golf cart and was letting the teenagers drive the golf cart around, and a boy that wasn't familiar with the gravel roads and just wasn't used to driving a golf cart in that area. He was riding around with a bunch of the teenagers on the golf cart and tried to make a fast turn on the gravel road. The gravel was really deep there, and the golf cart just spun over, and it rolled over the teenagers. The daughter of the owners had to have surgery on her hand. It was pretty badly broken, and a bunch of kids got like road rash from the gravel. It was a very scary situation. I know that boy felt terrible, and he was, of all of the kids that had lingering sort of depression and anxiety about it, he seemed to be the one that had the worst depression and anxiety. The girl that got hurt, obviously she was in pain and suffering but she seemed mentally okay. But he really suffered, and that he kind of pulled back from the friend group and isolated himself, and it was a sad situation. So everyone was okay ultimately in that situation. But you know, that stayed with the kid that was driving, and that's really unfortunate. All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. We've got a pop-up ad that we don't need. Sunoco on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.69. We've got Shell at 146 King Street at $2.79. Sunoco on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is $2.79. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is also $2.79. A1A Discount Beverage is at $2.89. Owens on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $2.97. Gate on Maisel Road is $2.99. Gate at US 1 North is $2.99. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.99, and Circle K on US 1 North is also $2.99. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. When the unexpected happens, turn to the name St. Augustine Trusts. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team moves fast to help you or your loved one get out of jail and back home. They handle everything from paperwork to release with professionalism, discretion, and zero judgment. When every minute counts, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Showers at Tradewinds at 1 o'clock. Julie Papili is at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Zaza Flamenca is at Bin 39 at 2 o'clock. Reggie Starrett's at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Carpet Baggers at Hurricane Grill and Wings is at 5 o'clock. Money for Nothing is at St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5 o'clock. Vinny Jacobs is at Tides at 5 o'clock. Mark Hart is at Tradewinds at 5 o'clock. Brett Blackshear is at Casa Divino 57 at 5:30. Dewey Vaya is at Ann O'Malley's at 6 o'clock. Shyla Macaluso is at Harry's at 6 o'clock. Sean Ryan is at Pierre's Pub at 6 o'clock. The Outlaws at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall is at 7 o'clock. And Trivia with Blake and Aiden, maybe Troy, who knows, that'll be at Amici's at 7 o'clock tonight. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home and property, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. Specializing in residential and multifamily roofing, Fidus delivers expert shingle roof solutions, metal roof installations, and quality paver work built to handle Florida's toughest weather. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, their work is backed by top-tier materials and trusted warranties. From emergency repairs to full roof replacements, Fidus gets it done right. Call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right. We're into tapping in to the trends with a good Troy. And I had something that was trending. Blake didn't really want to talk about it. Blake, did you come up with something?
I did find something. So currently right now, a lot of people right by now know the Olympics are going on in Milan and in Cortina in Italy, and we're deep into the medal events. A lot of medals are being given out right now, and unfortunately, there's currently investigation going on into why some of the Olympic medals are breaking off from the ribbon.
Oh no! Okay, so the medals are falling off the ribbons?
Yes.
Okay, so this happens to the medals my kids get at swim, but those are also like from Oriental trading.
Yes.
These medals are supposed to be like very prestigious, very specialized works of art, and it's supposed to be this durable symbol of whatever. So did they get them from Temu? What's going on?
We're not sure where exactly they got the medals from, but the medalists that got the broken medals did say that the main medal is fine, like it didn't get damaged or anything like that. I believe they were dancing on their bed when the medal broke off, so it just landed on their bed.
Okay.
So yeah, but you definitely don't want to damage your $1,200 medal.
Good gracious. I saw a quote, yeah, don't wear it while you're jumping. So they're just the jump rings, it sounds like. So the jump rings, the part that connects the metal to the actual ribbon. It sounds to me like the
Yeah.
jump rings are low quality. And
Yeah.
so the weight of the metal is just stretching out the jump rings and they're falling off.
Yeah, but at least thankfully this doesn't happen during like a podium celebration, which would have been funny. Like just see like all of a sudden like the athlete had their hand on the heart when the national anthem is playing, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, boop! Oh, there goes my medal.
Yeah, I see. It looks like Jacqueline Wiles' bronze medal has detached, much like Breezy Johnson's gold medal did on Sunday. Is this happening like on the podium? Did no one hold the medal up by the ribbon and just let it hang for a little while to make sure that it was attached properly?
Yeah, so I mean, well, there's still there's investigation going on right now, but but there's a lot of jokes right now because since the medals were made in Italy, there might be concern that the jump ring may have already been rusted like an old Lancia.
I mean, they wanted them to feel vintage from the very beginning, I guess.
Maybe I mean it's possible, but this story like this kind of happened a little bit last Olympics.
Yeah, the last Olympics, there was some medal controversy that the medals were low quality.
Yeah, the medals were work hard, and actually, I believe it was the bronze medals that rusted.
Dude. So that's Summer Olympics rusted medals.
Yes.
Trying to see if I can get a picture.
I try to find one as well. So, but yeah, so whatever's going on with the Olympics, they need to get like a better sponsor. And in case Diane, you're wondering, yes, that is a strip of bacon behind me right now. So
it is a crispy strip of bacon. That is not one of those flopsy undercooked bacons. Yeah, so I would be so bummed.
yeah,
If I had worked my whole life for an Olympic medal and I didn't even finish wearing it at the Olympics and it's already falling apart,
yep.
that would be devastating. They don't make them like they used to. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine this was your last Olympics ever. You've been waiting your whole life for a gold medal. You finally get one. Then all of a sudden, when the national anthem plays on the podium, boop,
Bink, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, that's no good.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so, but hey, but at least you still get to say you're a gold medalist.
For sure.
Just
Hopefully you find it after it rolls off the podium. Not be like Jason Kelsey. So Jason Kelsey famously lost his Super Bowl ring. So evidently he still has the box that the ring came in, and he's got confetti from the confetti dropping on the field that he saved. But the ring came off his hand while he was at like a chili cook-off or something. So it just ended up in like a chili pot. So somebody doing dishes, I'm thinking, has Jason Kelsey's ring. They're just holding on to it for a while. I don't know. It's a big ring. I would think that it wouldn't be able to go down a drain, but I guess some commercial drains are just like straight up pipes and they go into kind of an open sewer system. So maybe. But yeah, Jason Kelsey sort of famously lost his Super Bowl ring.
Unless you have one of those like incinerators that you have in your sink.
I hope none of these Olympic medalists lose their actual medal and then they're just stuck with a ribbon and a broken jump ring. So sad. That's Happened to the Trends is brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Looking for a portable building that's built to last? St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises, it has been serving the community since 1988. Featuring Handy House, America's #1 manufacturer of portable buildings, they offer everything from utility sheds and workshops to lofted barns, offices, and fully custom buildings, all designed for strength and long-term value. With over 70 structures in stock, plus free delivery, leveling and anchoring, and easy financing, St. Augustine Handy House makes adding space simple. Visit them on State Road 16 or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. Moving back into the news. Is a proposed recycling facility in St. Johns County an environmental hazard or a smart solution? A 73-acre property in rural western St. Johns County has become the center of a growing community debate as its owner seeks approval to operate a recycling facility, a plan neighbors say look more like a junkyard. The land located on County Road 13 near Watson Island State Forest is currently zoned open rural. Residents in the nearby equestrian community say the activity taking place there does not fit the character of their quiet agricultural area. Neighbors Mike Hardy and Mike Gray, both former law enforcement officers, say they've lived in the area for years and value its open space and wildlife. Beginning in early 2025, they reported what they believe to be unpermitted commercial activity on the property. They described seeing piles of concrete, tires, metal containers, and sand, along with heavy equipment operating on the site. They also reported hearing loud machinery and smelling smoke from vegetation fires. Property owner Stephen Stratton, who runs a construction and land clearing company in East Palatka, purchased the land in 2021 with the goal of developing a recycling operation. Stratton says the project would focus on repurposing materials such as tires and concrete, keeping them out of landfills and turning them into reusable products. However, county records show code enforcement issued a warning on April 2025 directing Stratton to stop non-agricultural work and remove heavy equipment not allowed under the current zoning. In November, the county issued a stop work order while officials evaluate what activity is occurring on the property and whether it complies with regulations. Stratton says he has not used his concrete crusher since being told to stop and is in the process of resubmitting business plans and applying for the proper permits. He maintains the project would pose no environmental risk and could benefit the community in the long term. Neighbors remain skeptical, questioning who would regulate the operation and expressing concern about environmental impacts and the area's rural character. The dispute now hinges on whether the county will approve zoning changes or permits for the proposed recycling facility. Until then, the stop work order remains in place as the debate continues between environmental intentions and neighborhood preservations. This sounds like a case of ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yep.
Sounds like an expensive case of asking for forgiveness and not permission. So he bought in an agricultural zone and immediately started a concrete crushing and repurposing business.
Definitely sounds environmental.
I mean, I get the sentiment. This is supposed to be open rural. It's neighboring an equestrian community. Horses are not known for tolerating loud, sporadic noises well. They can get stressed out with sporadic, loud noises. They spook easy. Yeah. Wow. That was a bold move, Cotton. Guess we'll find out how that works out for him.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just I definitely do think the county needs to do a little bit more due diligence about how to proceed further in this. So, but I definitely do believe the county will look at into this further. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to all involved, I suppose. I mean, I kind of fall on the side of the neighbors to this facility on this one. They bought an area that was zoned a particular way, and their new neighbor was not complying with zoning and regulation. So I'm definitely on their side on this one. And I'm sorry. I am. Tell us in the comments where you fall on this debate. All right, moving on. Habitat for Humanity St. John's seeks volunteers for Women Build event. Habitat for Humanity in St. Johns County is inviting the community to take part in its annual Women Build event March 6th and 7th at Volusia Woods on McDonald Avenue in West Augustine. The two-day build coincides with International Women's Day and is part of a global initiative through Habitat International aimed at empowering women to help create safe and affordable housing in their communities. 2 volunteer shifts will be offered each day from 7:45 a.m. to noon and from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Habitat St. John's Executive Director Melinda Everson says Women Build is designed to bring women together to learn new skills, build connections, and make a lasting impact for local families. While the event centers on empowering women, organizers say everyone is welcome to volunteer. No construction experience is required. Habitat will provide all tools, materials, and training. Participants are asked to make a $40 donation to help cover building costs, and volunteers may sign up for more than one shift. All volunteers will receive lunch and a Women Build t-shirt. Participants must be at least 16 years old. The event is sponsored by Ameris Bank, Florida Power and Light, Public Supermarkets, Skinny Lizard Screen Printing, and UF Health Flagler Hospital. For more information or to register, visit habitatstjohns.org. All right, could be a cool event.
Mm-hmm.
Blake, how do you want to check the comment?
All right. On this Wednesday, I will willfully wander my way through the wild world of the Minions comments on this wacky Wednesday.
All right, that willful wonder is brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your family? B&S Signs, for over 50 years, family-owned B&S Signs has been trusted name in signage across St. Augustine and the surrounding area. From vinyl lettering to large pylon signs, B&S Signs does it all, backed by fast installation, expert crane service, and reliable repair and maintenance to keep signs looking their best. Named Business of the Year for 2025, B&S Signs is known for quality craftsmanship and top-level service. Make a lasting impression with B&S Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Blake, give us a comments report.
All right, gas report today. We got BP at 294, Wawa and Speedway at 299. Question of the day today, we do have a lot of answers for this one. We got orange juice with no pulp, orange juice with pulp, gin and juice. We got tropical punch, cranberry apple juice, cranberry cherry juice, tomato juice, and we got 5 Alive.
5 Alive?
Yeah.
Great. Googly moogly. That's a lot of juice, everybody.
All right, and then national days today, it is Don't Cry for Spilled Milk Day. Oh. It's Peppermint Patty Day. And Get Out Your Guitar Day. And then and then Diane says the best thing to do with an orange is to eat it quickly because otherwise if it dries out, the vitamins will go away.
Okay. Get it. I am firmly orange juice no pulp. I will brook no argument. It's 100% no pulp. If you want pulp, eat an orange. If you want juice, it's no pulp.
Yeah.
That is the only correct methodology. Are you in agreement?
Yeah, I am in agreement with that.
Pulp is gross. I don't want to have to floss after drinking juice. All right, do you have a sort of stat for me, Blake?
We do have a Storium stat today. On this day, February 11th, 1963, Julia Child makes her debut on American TV with The French Chef.
Julia Child.
Yeah, she was actually born in Pasadena, California in 1912.
All right.
Moved to Paris in 1946. And in 1934, she worked in the Office of Strategic Services as a research assistant during World War One, and that's where she met her future husband, Paul Child. Mm-hmm. And so in 1961, she was promoting her cookbook, and that was her first appearance on national TV. Nice. But on this day, February 11th, 1963, was the start of The French Child on PBS. It lasted for 10 seasons and I believe over 200 episodes. Let me double check the correct number here. I believe it's 205 episodes.
Right on.
And that was broadcasted on Boston's WGBH.
Okay. So she was kind of a spy in the war, wasn't she?
She was, yeah.
That's so cool. And she was very tall, so her kitchen was customized to be helpful for her height. So her counters were extra tall.
Yes,
compared to standard.
Yeah, so the French Child lasted. The French Chef lasted for 10 seasons and 206 episodes.
Nice, get it, girl. It's so cool that she came to that career and that passion later in life and was just so successful with it and such an icon. Love Julia Child. All right, that Sternum Stat is brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. Craving real Southern barbecue? Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine, serves up slow smoked favorites made to satisfy. Start with crowd pleasers like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets, then dig into their tender baby back ribs, or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including their famous garlic bread. And no visit is complete without Sonny's signature sweet tea. Sonny's Barbecue, local Pitmasters since 1968. All right, do we have plugs, Blake?
All right, if you want to help support the Now For Now, you can always contact me at BlakeNowForNow@gmail.com. We do have another podcast later on today. Besides Bollocks Day at 10 a.m., we have the St. Augustine Chronicles with Karen Zander.
Awesome, we love that. Karen does such a great job.
Yep.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and also Rumble. We've got Bollocks tonight and trivia tonight. Have a great night.
Bye, everyone.